live from Taylor, Michigan. Cave Talk Underground with your host, Don Hine.
Hey everybody, how you doing tonight? Welcome back to the Cave. As promised, we're going to do a little segment on cold season, upcoming allergy season. Maybe get off course a little bit and talk about a little bit of general first aid. I'd like to take a minute to introduce Kim Diana. She's an RMA. She's going to help us out here in the Cave. Thank you very much for being here. Well, Kim, with it being so cold outside, and seems like there's all kinds of people just walk around coughing and sneezing. What's a good way to prevent yourself from getting sick if you're trapped in a room with somebody who has a severe cold?
Well, one thing that they taught us a lot in school, and I'm talking about medical school, something as basic as just washing your hands every time.
Right.
And when people are sick that are around you, you hope that they keep away, they're sneezing and so forth, they just try to stay away from you. But if you do come in contact with them, it's good to keep sanitizer on your desk, hand sanitizer on your desk, or in your purse. Tissues, that's always good to have. And if someone's sneezing, certainly offer them a tissue. If you're the one that's sick, if you don't have tissues readily available, they always recommend sneezing into your shoulder or into your elbow, and that prevents germs from spreading. And like I said, the best prevention is constant washing of your hands. Warm water, and it doesn't have to even be antibacterial soap. You just use regular soap, because antibacterial becomes less effective if you use it too much. So regular soap and water.
That's what they say. And so wash your dirty little paws out there, and no snot rockets. Try to keep it to yourself.
That's right.
I always try to keep my DNA in check and not try not to sneeze on people or let it get too far out of hand. But yeah, I've noticed that a lot. People lately have been washing a lot of hands and using a lot of hand sanitizer. Now, being end of January, seasonal allergy season's coming up also. Pollen and ragweed. And I never suffered from any when I was younger, but as I get older, I get a little bit of seasonal allergies. There's really no prevention to that other than just watch where you go and what you do. But you can get some relief from the seasonal allergies with just basic over-the-counter remedies, can't you?
Yeah, there's a lot of over-the-counter remedies that you can use. And then as far as like allergies in your home, they recommend changing your furnace filter every month, even if you got filters that last for 3 months. They recommend it. I mean, everybody's furnace and air conditioning systems are different, but changing your filter once a month is really good, whether it's the summertime or the wintertime. Keeps a lot of junk out of your house. And if you have pets in the house, it's good to vacuum often. And, of course, if your allergies get totally out of whack or you're constantly having to deal with it, you can go to a doctor and they can refer you to an allergist, and then you can see, injections. Allergen injections would be helpful. It's very severe.
Absolutely.
And avoid the thing that if there's something that you are allergic to, it's best to try to avoid it at all costs if you can.
Even if it's your spouse. You gotta,
yeah,
some things you do have to tolerate.
Yes, you do,
yes. And as far as vacuuming the pets, I tried, we got a lab, and I tried vacuuming her a couple times, and she just don't like it. She just don't get into it.
Yeah, my cat's not real crazy when I'm chasing her with the vacuum either.
No, I can understand that. But with the cold air has really hit us here the last week or so, and I'm sure a lot of people out there have become overexposed with the cold weather, and possibly a little bit of frostbite sets in on a few people. And what's a good way to treat that? Is there any real good treatment for frostbite other than rest and recovery? Or?
Well, frostbite is very serious. If you notice that anything that's been exposed becomes numb, gray, a grayish color, it means it's very severe. You would actually probably have to seek medical attention for something like that. If you're exposed too long and you don't have that kind of a symptom, then you just want to get in the house and rinse your hands or exposed parts. Not in hot water. You want to start with cool water and then increase it because it could be a shock to the system. And and then get warm as soon as possible.
Good.
And, but like I said, if it's beyond that, then you would want to seek medical
I know.
attention.
Last few days ago, I was outside shoveling snow, and it was really cold. It was probably 5 degrees outside.
Mm-hmm.
First thing I thought was come in and grab a bottle of Crown Royal, because they always say alcohol does make you warm in the cold air, but that's really not the case, is it?
No, I mean, you don't want to, there's nothing wrong with maybe having a small, I guess, small shot of alcohol, maybe in a warm beverage,
Right.
like tea, coffee, or something like that, or milk even, that would be fine. I mean, certainly don't overindulge. I mean, you just want a small shot in something warm and just sip it, and that'll slowly bring the warmth back to your body, but that's more than enough.
Yeah, because you see in a lot of the old westerns and stuff like that, when the cowboys were out all night in the cold and stuff, they always had a flask of whiskey with them, and it actually works the opposite way. If you put too much alcohol in your system when it's cold out,
Yes.
it actually slows your system down and makes you become more vulnerable to the temperature.
Exactly. So it's definitely a small amount, short-term fix.
Well, I appreciate you coming into the set, and I know it's only a couple minutes, but that's pretty much all I promise everybody. Any good websites people can go to look up some?
WebMD.com. Excellent. That's where I get a lot of my information.
Okay, good deal. Well, thank you very much for coming in, and maybe
Welcome.
we'll have you back sometime. We'll talk some more.
Thank you for having me.
Cave Talk Live Underground, Taylor, Michigan, Kim Diana RMA. I'm your host, Don Honecker. I think I hear the music coming back up a little bit too over there. Well, maybe not. Just have a good night. Goodbye. Stuff like that. So, Kim, how you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good. Welcome to Cave Talk Underground.
Thank you.
Like I said, I wanted to do a short segment on oh God, we got a little technical problems in the back. Do a little short segment on colds and allergies. I mean, with all stop the camera. Just stop it.